Good morning, this is Alan from both sides of the pond. It's November the 23rd at 1400 hours. It is a cool 52 degrees Fahrenheit on this beautiful crisp morning. It's a Tuesday morning and I'm back from my home time. I had 5 days home time with my wonderful wife and family. Put up a big 86-inch screen TV in the house. That was fun. Weighed a little bit more than I expected, but you know, I am pretty good with do-it-yourself, so the mounting bracket is, you could hang an elephant from it, so it's safe that way. So that was fun on Sunday, watching the football with an 86-inch screen TV. The bigger the better. I was going to get a 75-inch, but the wife gave in too easy, and I thought, well, if she's giving in easy with a 75, I might as well get her an 86. So that's the way it works. Fortunately, I told my wife that's why I went bigger. But so now she knows in future that if I ask for something, that she has to put up more resistance. Otherwise, whatever she agrees to, I'll get more. But that's the way it goes. It really is. But nice TV. I did quite a lot of repair work. Well, not quite a lot. I did some repair works in the house. The garage door broke, and the belt had snapped. Well, it hadn't snapped. A lot of the teeth had been worn away and abraded away, so it wasn't going up properly. So I fixed that. I pruned our birch tree outside. Oak tree, sorry. It was an oak tree, not a birch tree. All kinds of stuff, but I also did a lot of rest and relaxation. It was my wife's birthday. We went out for a nice meal. So all good stuff. Feel refreshed and raring to go. Yes, indeed. And I do have a busy week this Thanksgiving week. I've got a lot of things going on. 5 jobs I have to get completed, or at least the last one started within 3 days. 5 jobs. I had a Riviera Beach, picked up a load yesterday from Lakeland to deliver to Riviera Beach. That was just north of Miami, by about 80 miles north of Miami actually. Delivered that one. That was ice cream. It came from Covington. It was dropped for relay at Lakeland. I picked it up at Lakeland, went down to deliver that, then run down to Miami cold storage, and that was a shit place to find and an awful place to back into. Very tight with vehicles parked everywhere in the most awkward places. But picked up a load of bagels. These bagels are going to Mankato in Minnesota, and I won't be delivering them. It's a Walmart load and we don't have an appointment yet. So that being said, they asked me just to pick them up and we'll drop them at the Atlanta terminal, and then some driver will complete the load at the point where we do have an appointment. So that's today. After that, I've got to pick up an empty trailer, run up to I forget the name of the place, it's just north of Atlanta, pick up another load. That one is going to just south of Indianapolis, and then close by that I've got to pick up a load which will run over to Edwardsville, Illinois, and then I've got another load. Once I've dropped that, I pick up a load for Edwardsville, and that's going to St. George in Utah. So those are the ones that I'm doing this week. The one that's going to Utah, obviously I need to have that truck loaded and maybe on the way before Thanksgiving. Otherwise I will just be sitting about until Saturday, because all the places close for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So a lot can go wrong. Hopefully nothing does. I'm optimistic. We got the first one off, no bother. This second one should be a breeze. I'm just running up to Atlanta. I'm dropping it off at the terminal. Unless there's some massive accident on 285 around Atlanta, then this should go off. I'll pick up the other load, and then after that, hopefully all the shippers and receivers are quick, because it'll only take one to ruin this whole sequence of events. If that's the case, then obviously they've got to find me another load to keep me busy over Thanksgiving. Last year with Stevens, I worked Thanksgiving and I worked New Year's as well, and they basically had me sat about for 2 days. They said, oh, there's no work. Had me deliver something on the Wednesday. Oh, we've got nothing for you, everything's closed. So I was just sat there, dragged away from my family at Thanksgiving, just to sit there. Yes, you get some layover money, but that's not the point. It was very annoying. They did the same for New Year's and New Year's Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. You know, pulled away from my family at the time when you want to be with your family, and just sat about doing nothing. So that was very frustrating. And the way things are going with Knights, they've got everything planned. Hopefully this will all go according to plan, and I'll be working and making lots of money, because you know what they say, the best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and the bees. I want money. That's what I want. Give me your money. That's what I want. That's what I want. No, not really. So yeah, so that's what's going on with me. Had my home time. Got a busy week this Thanksgiving week. Hope you guys all enjoy your Thanksgiving and enjoy your time with your family. And just remember, there are people out there, while you sat around with all your family, that there are people out there that's working and can't afford the luxury of, well, it's not a case of can't afford. You know, I could afford to take the week off, but I like Christmas. Christmas is special to me, so I always try and get a week off for Christmas, and the sacrifice is I'll work Thanksgiving. Because most places where they work over the holidays, they say you can have one or the other, not both. And Knight's not said that to me. They've never said you could have one or the other, but I want to make sure I get Christmas by working Thanksgiving. So my wife understands, and we do get a little bit of a pay bonus for working the holiday as well. It's not enough to buy a Ferrari, but you know, every little bit helps, especially when you're buying 86-inch TVs. Yeah, I want to got the 4K player as well. So we're watching David Attenborough's Life on Earth and the Blue Planet in high definition. In 4K, looks beautiful. It blows your mind away. The detail is just amazing. So, what else have we got to talk about? Trying to keep away from the political stuff. I'm a very political person, but I decided when I started doing these videos, that I would steer away from that as much as I can, because you're going to ostracize and alienate 50% of your viewers. Not saying which ones I will, but let's go Brandon, that's all I can say. So try to keep away from that as much as I can. Yes indeed, yes indeed. So just hoping that every time you come up Great Atlanta, you're always, oh, I hope the traffic's good, I hope there hasn't been an accident. It only takes one lane to be closed down, and it becomes an absolute crap show there. It really does. So this last journey that I'm taking it's going to be an interesting one for me, especially this time of year, because I'm going to have to run 70, and that's 70 through Denver and over Vail Pass. Now, I've never actually personally driven over Vail Pass. When I was with Stevens, I went over it twice, but their rule was that a student driver wasn't, because I was training at the time, a student driver is not allowed to go over Vail Pass, drive over. The trainer has to do the driving. So went over it twice with him, and I can't remember anything about them, I'll be honest, because they were both at the end of my shift, and we were running more or less like a team. Really, I'd drive 11 hours. I mean, literally, quite often we just change on the hard shoulder. Yes, I know, very naughty, but because I was so close to the end of 11, I'd do like 10 hours and 59 minutes worth of driving. Now, I don't know about you guys driving out there, but as soon as I get out of that driver's seat and turn off their engine, it's like somebody flips a switch. It's like somebody turns a switch that makes me exhausted, tired, mentally.
Hey driver, the truck wash is open at exit 90.
I guess the truck wash is open, so let's turn her off, because, it's bad enough getting spam on your email and spam through your letterbox. You get spam on the CB. Spam's everywhere. Where's all this spam? We need no more spam. Fuck the spammers. But anyway, so yeah, I've never myself personally driven over Vail, because the 2 times we went over with the trainer, I pretty much fell asleep. I remember one of them was kind of nasty. It was dark and it was windy and it was rainy, and I kind of remember the truck going extremely slow up this steep bank and going through tunnels, but I was half asleep. So that's where I'm going. It's nearly the end of November, so I'm going to have to check the weather. I've never actually driven with snow tyres. You weren't allowed to with Stevens. Basically, we had snow chains in the truck, but that was for legality reasons. But their policy was, if you need to use snow chains, then you need to park up. We did have a dedicated chain gang, as they called them, whereas if a load needed to be delivered and had to go over an area that required chains, they would take the load off you and take it over the areas that needed to be chained up, predominantly Vale Pass. So, never driven that before. I probably will not this time. If it's to the point where the weather's so bad you need snow chains, then I'll probably park up. Not going to risk my life for a few dollars. No sirree, Bob. But all the same, I've been monitoring the weather. The weather doesn't look too bad right now. I'm quite excited about going over Vale Pass myself. It doesn't scare me in the slightest. Hopefully I'll get to do it during the day. I just remember the route that took us up to Vale, heading, and I can't remember the road, I'll be honest with you. It's probably obviously 70, I guess. But anyway, I remember being very pretty, went through some ski resorts and, you know. I do remember it being very pretty. So that's what I've been doing. I'll be going over I-70, heading west and then over Vale and then into Utah. After that, I don't know. That should take me up to about Saturday or Sunday. And then to get this to work, the amount of hours I'm running a day, I'll probably have to do a 34-hour reset actually. It's, you know, I ran 10.5 hours yesterday. I'm probably going to do the same today. So to recap, I'm burning too many hours off now to be able to recap in 6 days' time. So we'll see. Anyway, I've rattled on enough. That's what's going on. I will probably do you a video when I go over Vale. I don't know whether I'll do that one live. That's a possibility. But, you know, the signal strength's going to be kind of crappy. So I'll probably end up just doing a pre-recorded video. It's a better quality and, you know, we're not going to be dropping the signal due to being in the middle of nowhere. So, for today, Tuesday, the 23rd of November, you have a great day and let's be careful out there. Don't forget to subscribe to Both Sides of the Pond.